Joins us now. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us on this topic. This topic has not been discussed, in my estimation, not discussed enough. In this lab, they found COVID, HIV, many other diseases. What do we know about not just the lab, but its connections to China?
We don't know much about it. At this point, what we do know is that it was operating illegally. It poses a threat to the people of California and the United States. They were testing for COVID and, like you said, AIDS and everything else. And then the rats and the mice there, 200 of them were found dead out of 1,000. All kinds of medical equipment and medical testing equipment and human blood. And they were testing for a lot of agents. So we don't know what they were doing or why they were doing it, but apparently they're tied to the CCP and to Chinese-linked firms.
How is this type of thing normally regulated? It should be under the guidance of what, and what made this particular one illegal?
Well, I'm sure that you have to get the okay. You have to follow CDC guidelines. You have to be registered and you have to be licensed by the state and probably your local authorities. And I'm sure that this lab had none of that, and so they were operating illegally. But that's norm for Chinese-linked companies. They will cut corners and they will not play by the rules. And this is just another example of that. Not only are they not playing by the rules, those companies that operate here in the United States, but around the world, the Chinese-linked companies, because they're tied to the CCP, just don't play by the rules to get an advantage. Whatever advantage they can get, they'll try to get. And that's why, that's one of the things that we're investigating in our committee, how they do business here and around the world. And what we're finding is we don't like what we're seeing.
No doubt. And I know you said you're still in the investigation phase of this, but, after what we now think is a probability that COVID came from a lab leak in China, I'm not sure the answer to this question is operatively different, but I think we still want to know. Is this, as you said, a company linked to CCP looking to just cut corners and is sloppy and haphazard, in which case we could have a big disaster? Or is it more nefarious, where there's a reason they're trying to avoid government oversight, in which case it's more intentional?
That's a great question, and that's something that needs to be found out. What is it that they were doing, and why were they doing it there? And what kind of a threat it poses to, again, like I said, pose to the people of California and then the people of the United States. It's no secret that they tried to hide for a long time that the Wuhan lab was not the cause of COVID-19 when in fact, in all probability, 99% it was. And so what are they doing there? And what are they testing for? And what kind of threat does it pose, again, to the people of that area and eventually to the people of the United States? That's something that we have to find out.
Absolutely. This one's on our home soil. Congressman Carlos Gimenez, thank you for being with us this morning and helping us begin to understand this story.
Thank you. Appreciate it.